is up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping in and spending a little time with me today. Man, I hope you're all doing great, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, loving yourself, because that's what it's about, guys. Today, we are talking about a movie from 1982 directed by Mr. Steven Lisberger. This is Tron. Guys, before we get into all this light cycles and computer, like infant computer generated graphics, hit that like and subscribe button for me, because this is something that I watched as a kid and did not quite fully comprehend what I was seeing. At the time, I thought, oh, this is pretty cool. It's very neon. I like neon. It's shiny, and I saw the video games of Tron back when I was little, and when I watched it as a kid, like I said, I was like, oh, it's shiny, it's pretty, but I didn't understand the story, the concept of the film. And I watched it again before Tron Legacy came out. I watched the original one, and this was back by 2010, so about 15 years ago is when the last time I watched Tron. And even then, I did not appreciate it for what it brought to the table in 1982. Story-wise, special effects-wise, it really, really upped the ante. And I dare say, like Star Wars upped the ante with storytelling and things like that. So, when I went and saw Fantastic Four with my kids the other day, they had a Tron Ares trailer. It's got Jared Leto in it, and the computer world is coming into the real world, and they're like invading. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch the original Tron because this looks cool and I want to see it. So I went back and I watched Tron. And I really paid attention to it. Not that I didn't pay attention before, but I really sat down and just zoned out to the movie. And my gosh, guys, was I blind, but now I see. Tron has one of the coolest science fiction stories for back then that could apply to nowadays with the rise of artificial intelligence and virtual reality and things like that, uploading consciousnesses into computers and things like that. This is another one, an example of one of those films 1984 and things like that are almost prophetic of the future. And I really, really dug the aesthetic look of it, because we're in the real world to begin with. It's got Jeff Bridges and Bruce Boxleitner, David Warner, Cindy Morgan. It's got these fantastic actors in it. And, Jeff Bridges is like a hacker, computer kind of guy. He makes programs. And Bruce Boxleitner is also a guy that he works for Incom, which is like a big tech company. And, we have David Warner, who's a program inside the computer, right? And this was to me, if any of you guys have ever heard or seen the cartoon Reboot, it almost feels like Tron, really. If you think about it now, it's very Tron-like, because at Incom, they develop a laser that can teleport things, right? Well, Jeff Bridges goes in there to do something. He gets teleported into the computer, into the program that he helped design. Well, then we have the Master Control Program, the MCP, and it is looking for him as like a computer virus. The storytelling is so ahead of its time. When I watched it and I really understood what they were talking about with ISOs and the programs being in there, and then you see the special effects where, when you're inside the computer world, you're gray. It's like black and white, but your suits have neon nodes and stuff like that on them, like circuitry. So it looks highly stylized, and I dug that. Then we have when there's action scenes with them, having computer battles, basically. Now, it's not this grandiose, awesome-looking special effects that we have nowadays. In fact, I'll get into that here shortly, comparing this to Tron Legacy. But it's not like the computer-generated special effects we have. This is like PlayStation 1 graphics in 1982. That's how advanced it felt, right? George Lucas did awesome things with miniatures and puppetry and all these kind of things in '77 with Star Wars. But this was like groundbreaking computer generated technology, and I thought that that was so awesome. Now, like I said, it doesn't look awesome. It looks pretty much PS1. Everything's squares and ovals and things like that, but it's 3D, it's shaped, and it looks cool compared to the backgrounds and stuff. And then some of our backgrounds are hand-drawn with the people superimposed on them. It was just, to me, Tron, it was a technical marvel of its time as far as the story, the cinematography, the special effects, the acting. It was a treasure of its time. It was ahead of its time. It is one of those really, really, in my opinion, prominent movies of today. And the thing is, like I said, I was going to get into with Tron Legacy. These special effects were like kind of primordial. They were in their infancy. They didn't look like they do today. With today's advanced technology and special effects, this, looks terrible. But also in today's technology, when you're watching Tron Legacy, everything looks like they just have big halogen bulbs on them, like big shop light bulbs. There's nothing, it doesn't feel special. It doesn't look cool because it's something new to take in for your senses to feel. It's the same old, same old. It's people wearing black suits with like reflectors on them. And to me, there's nothing special about that. There was nothing special about Tron Legacy. I watched it and I thought, oh, okay. I mean, I guess the story was good, but the story also felt generic. It didn't feel special. It didn't feel ahead of its time. The first Tron, in my opinion, is one of the best science fiction films made of that era. One of the best science fiction films because of the prowess shown in creating it and writing it and things like that. I am glad that I watched it again, and I'm glad that I watched Tron Legacy again, and I'll review that at some point down the road, but it really, to me, it was not that great. I've seen it all before. Sure, the special effects look cool. I mean, if it was in 3D, whatever. But Tron Legacy is no Tron. It is no mark on the original because the original is special, it is innovative, and it is a product of its time, but also a product of the future. That's it for Tron, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and talking with me about it for just a little while. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. Let me know if you've seen Tron and what you think about it in the comment section, guys. And as always, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, my friends, and I will see you soon.